How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here today, bringing you live pitch-by-pitch coverage and reaction to the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the San Diego Padres. A big game here as we are getting ready to roll here. Do the streams look good? Do we sound all right? I'm so glad I finally got this working, even better than it was before. Let me go ahead and pull up my YouTube studio real quick on this website, on this tab over here. But we finally got everything all working for a vertical and a horizontal live stream, all in one, mind you. What's good, Jonah? How you doing? Saying let's go Pirates. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big game here tonight for the Black and Gold Brigade, as they do have, I saw this post on X earlier today, they supposedly have the 5th easiest schedule remaining. If any team on the far fringe is going to backdoor their way in, it's going to be this Pirates team, but the time for error is gone. The time for error is gone, and the time for winning is now. This team has to get their butts into gear yesterday. They have to start winning series, sweeping series, because right now, entering this game today, let me go ahead and pull up our standings real quick here in the wild card race. As we get ready for first pitch here, just about 8 minutes away, the Pirates are currently on the outside looking in by 8.5 games. Yo, Petco, what's good, bro? What's good? What's good? It would be the greatest thing in the world if the Pirates swept the San Diego after the Dodgers swept the Pirates. That would be amazing for their playoff shots, because right now, if they could pull 3 against the Padres, they would claw back 3 games in the hunt. And in theory, that would bring them within 2.5 of the Padres. Well, that's actually, no, that's not how baseball does it. The Pirates have moved to like 3.5 back, or 5.5 back, or something like that. They're 8.5 back of the Padres right now. 6.5 back of Arizona, 4.5 back of Miami, and 3.5 back of the Cardinals. The Pirates are in the middle of the biggest road stretch of this season. The next 6 games, including tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, against the Padres and against the Cardinals. 2 teams above them in the playoff race. If the Pirates can sweep those 6 games by some miracle on earth, the Pirates would all of a sudden probably come close to leapfrogging the Cardinals and be within striking distance of the Padres, which is crazy. This team would need to go on a tear for that to happen, which is going to be very difficult knowing this Pirates team and how they tend to play. But again, if they can get through this stretch, the sky's the limit for this team. But they have to get through this 6-game stretch winning it. They can't go and split this 3-3 across the next 6 games. That's not going to work. They need to be at least 4-2 or 5-1 in these 6 games. Then, looking down the stretch for the Pirates, let me go ahead and pull up the Pirates schedule the rest of the way. Right? So after the Padres, after the Cardinals, they got the Giants coming into town. And the Giants, they're about as good as dead. After that, they got the Angels. The AL sucks. Then they got the White Sox. That's going to be a bit of a challenge in Chicago. And then staying in Chicago to take on the Cubbies. Another couple of challenging games there, followed on the heads of the Brewers after that, before facing the Royals, the Cardinals, and the Tigers again. There's a legitimate shot that, how many games do they have left? What, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30 games left? There's a shot. I could see this team going 23 wins. There's a realistic path to 23 wins for this team. It's not going to be easy. I'm not saying it's likely by any stretch of the imagination, but I could see this team winning 23 of their last 30. 23 games will put them at an 86 on the season, right? Projected NL wild card records. The giant Big Macs. Yeah, so the projection on the NL. Let's see here. The projection on the NL, the 6th seed would be the Padres. What do they have on the Padres record? 86.5 wins. So if the Pirates can get to 86 wins, they have a shot. It's not going to be easy, don't get me wrong. But if they can, and it's a very doable schedule. Yo, what's good, Alex? Okay, we're going to need 4 Cub losses and 4 Phils wins to crawl back from being 29th in the league. I mean, I'm just saying, looking at this Pirates schedule, right? If they pick up 2 against the Padres, 2 against the Cardinals, that's 4. There's a shot they sweep the Giants, that's 7. The Angels, they're kind of at the bottom of the AL, which is a sucky conference to begin with. That could put them at 10 wins. We'll say against the White Sox and the Cubs, they win 3, that's 13. The Royals, they could probably get another 3, that's 16. So, and then you still have 9 games left. 3 against the Brewers, 3 against the Cardinals, and 3 against the Tigers. So it's not an easy path. They can only drop like 3 games. They have to win every series from here on out with a couple of sweeps. But there is a path. I'm clinging on to that path. Not because it's likely, but because it's certainly like, ugh. Feels like 8-1 with a loss of the Diamondbacks in the second game. Hey, we're praying on your downfall, buddy. We're praying on your downfall, buddy. What's with the AL West? Where's the AL West rank? Let me take a look here. Bro, okay, hold on. Bro! If the Pirates were in the AL West, they'd be in the running. They would be legitimately in the running in the AL West. That is sad. That is downright sad. But real quick, going through our batting orders while we have a minute here real quick. Just because we have a little bit of time here. Batting order for the Pirates. Going to be, they got the pitchers wrong. Or do they purposely flip it? Either way, batting order for the Pirates here. Anyway, Nick Gonzalez batting first, followed by Esmeralyn Valdez, Brian Reynolds, O'Neal Cruz, Rafael Flores Jr., Brandon Lau, Nick York, Spencer Horwitz, and Jared Triolo rounding up the 9 spot. For the Padres, they are going to be rolling with Fernando Tatis Jr., Jake Cronworth, Manny Machado, Ty France batting cleanup, Jackson Merrill following him, followed by Xander Bogaerts, followed by Gavin Sheets, Freddie Fermin, and rounding out the 9 hole going to be Dustin Harris. Also with the Mariners and the Angels, we'll see about that, buddy boy. I'm just saying that there is a legitimate case. If the Pirates can get their butts into gear, that they still have a shot with their schedule coming up. They really control their own destiny. I mean, they have 9 games against teams that are in the wild card hunt ahead of them. And that's not counting the Cubs. If we count the Cubs in on that, because they're by no means necessary, or they're like not quite yet a lock, but they're 4 games in, that makes it 12. But realistically, the Padres and the Cardinals, 6 games against the Cardinals. The Pirates have control their own destiny to overtake St. Louis. The Padres, they can make it within 5. So there is a legitimate case to be made, especially with the caliber of opponents this team has left, and what we know this team has done in the past. Not to mention, do we have any updates on Connor Griffin? It looks like, yeah, the Pirates share Connor Griffin timeline, and it's close, according to Sports Illustrated. So, it looks like we could very well see Connor Griffin. I think his first eligible day is like the 1st of September or something like that. There's a legitimate chance we see him, like, early September, right around Labor Day weekend. And then you also got Ryan O'Hearn, who is currently on a rehab assignment down in Florida. He's trending back. So he could be back by the end of August, beginning of September. So they're getting 2 big power hitters back in the immediate future. Pair that with the fact that this bullpen is actually, like, not terrible right now. And, I mean, they put up a good fight against the Dodgers. I think, if I'm not mistaken, all 3 of those games against the Dodgers were, like, right on the money. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Apart from the Sunday game, they lost the first 2 games by 1 run, including one of them in the 10th inning. So, they have been right in the fray, ready to roll. So I'm excited to see what this team can do. I'm not holding out my hope too high, but I'm excited for what they can do. The Dodgers did get the sweep, but the Pirates had them on their heels, Joda. The Pirates had the Dodgers on their heels. And you can't deny that. Forcing the Dodgers to go to extras, game 1. Game 2 only holding them to within 1. I'm not saying this team's going to be dominant by any means, but I mean, they're putting up a fight. Let me see here. So, first pitch here for this one from Ray. Going to be a knuckle curve. Going to result in a strike, 0-1. We go over to ESPN. The last game was a good one for the Dodgers. I will give you that. And this one going to be fouled down the third base side. We go to the game cast here on ESPN. That way I have everything all queued up for this one. Since Dad's not popping down here, I got a little bit of extra space. I also got to open this package I never opened. I know what it is. I just got to open it. There we go. And that one going to be way low and inside. 1-2 now on the count to Gonzalez. Yeah, we had to get new filters for the lawnmower. So, the current ones look grody. But here we go. The 1-2 pitch from Bobby Ray. The pitch going to be hit. This ball, high fly ball, right to the center fielder, and a pop fly out is made by Merrill. So a nice little fly out there. If I can move my foot, there we go. By Jackson Merrill. Again, taking a look around the Padres defense. Freddie Fermin, the catcher, Bobby Ray, Manny Machado rounding third, Bogarts at short, Cronenworth on second, Ty France at first, Tatis in the right field, and Dustin Harris in the left field. So here it comes as Marlon Valdez batting .248 on the year. This one low, well low for a ball. It's Westchester. You've hit old man status with buying lawnmower parts. Hey, my dad needed me to get it. My dad noticed the filter and he's like, hey, we gotta get this like soon. So I'm like, yeah, I'll order it on Amazon. I'm not running out to the store. As Valdez swings and misses. Oh, bro, I got a funny pickleball story now. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Probably not because of the white light on this pasty skin. But I got like a massive freaking bruise right here, bro. From pickleball. We'll talk about it in between innings. Valdez, nice layoff on the low and outside pitch. Going to be a 2-1 count. But yeah, if you guys want to hear that story, I'll talk about it in between innings here. So Valdez, taking a look here at his stats as he has that one way outside. Ball 3. Bobby Ray not hitting the zone, but holding on to an OPS of 892. 14 homers and 41 RBIs as well. Holding his own as a rookie here for the Buckaroonies. And here comes a 3-1 pitch. This one way outside. Bobby Ray, 5 pitches, did not hit the strike zone once. Wow, that was bad. That was downright bad. Ah, you got me, Alex. I'm grabbing me a Coke Zero right now. This is the nice thing about working like so close to home. Like, I'm not working from home tomorrow, but like I'm right next door to the office practically, so like I can be up later tonight and still make it work. As Bobby Ray missing by a solid foot to the outside. What is wrong with him? So here we go. Reynolds this year, 261 average with a 796 OPS. Ready to roll on the pitch. This one going to be put, no, grounder to second. Outmade at second and turns the double play to retire the side. Well, that's unfortunate. But yeah, as for the pickleball incident. So, bro, yesterday we were playing pickleball with a bunch of guys. This is the worst play I had seen in a long time for them. Team's fielding a lot better and getting a lot more. But the one bad apple was over on, it was grown in 1776. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so about this bruise, I mean, this bruise is like that long and that thick. It is like a 4x1 square on this right arm. Not a 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess with extra steps, but yeah, I mean, this is like a 5 square inch bruise at least. It's about an inch wide, a little bit over an inch wide, from a pickleball net. So we were playing pickleball yesterday, and this ball comes just over the net, and I'm like, I got it. I gotta play at this. I go and almost like pseudo dive at it to lift this ball and flip it up. Well, as I flip it up, I lose my balance, stumbling forward, crash into the net, roll under the net to the other side, and bashed my arm and into my like forearm and upper arm like this, just right into the top of the net. And oh my gosh, that top of the net, that's firm. I found that out the hard way last night. And I'm paying the price of the big old bruise. Oh man, I see the idea. I agree with Ben here. We got those projectors are harder to gauge the ABS system. Am I missing some chats? Am I missing some chats? That's my question. Or is Petco just on his own little, like, chat? I am, like, genuinely getting concerned right now. As that one gonna be in there from Ashcraft for strike one on Tatis. Oh, man. But here we go. The 0-1 pitch going to be grounded. Gets right to the second baseman and makes the play at first to Spencer Harvitz. Get out of town, Fernando Tatis. Who do you think you are taking on a Pirates team like this? It's Petco just being Petco. Okay. Yeah, bro, I still can't believe I got like a massive bruise from that. As Ashcraft leaves it outside. I almost want to take a picture of this bruise, bro. Like, it is crazy. I kind of want to take a picture. That one going to be high. That kind of does it justice. It's not very colored. It's not very colored, but it's there. But this one going to graze the outside edge of the zone. Strike one. 2-1 to Cronenworth. And here we go. Jake Cronenworth, 227 average, 618 OPS, 4 homers, and 22 RBI on the season. That one, lay off the weed, buddy boy. Okay. Let's see here. Where's my mouse? There it is. And this one going to be strike two. Full count on Cronenworth. Usually the funny thing is I'm actually a Penguins fan here, but since I try to cover up as much as I can, this is a big story. I had to make it short, but definitely can save themselves. Well, Cronenworth swings at a pitch literally touching the plate. And strikes out swinging. Going to bring up Manny Machado up to the plate for the Padres. That's the cool thing. I found this website that automatically scores games. So, like, I don't have to worry about referencing anything, like writing anything. Yo, Alex, you able to kind of cool the spam, please, bro? Like, seriously, I know we talk about this every stream, but, like, I really do want to keep the chat, like, clear of the same spam messages. And that one grazes the zone. Strike one. Yeah, that one's going to be outside. Joda, level with me. Is there anything that I'm missing? Or is Petco just going crazy? Like, seriously. So a 1-2 count after the strike at the bottom of the zone there from Ashcraft. Very efficient inning thus far. 2 outs, 11 pitches, and a 1-2 count here to Manny Machado. Can he keep it up is the question. Only time will tell here. Pitch clock under 5. The pitch outside for ball number 2. Way low as well. But here we go. Joda, are you able to check out like if you can find the vertical stream? I don't know if you can somehow. Because that might be what it is if it's something like a weird vertical stream split, but I'm not seeing 2 different chats. It's all one stream. That's why Petco's confusing me. But this one gonna be a simple grounder to Lau. Makes the play to Horwitz. 3 up, 3 down for the Padres, and we're going to the top of the second inning. With the score, the Pittsburgh Pirates, nothing. The San Diego Padres, nothing. Let's go ahead and flip that arrow around as we do. I do have a vertical stream. It's all the same stream, though. That's why you might not be seeing it. Oh my gosh, the echo. That was what Petco was trying to say. Oh my gosh, bro, Petco, all you had to do was just say I was echoing. What's good, Donnie? How you doing, bro? Long time no see, man. We're gearing up for football. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't realize I was echoing. In fact, no, I don't want to remove that. If I remove that, it might screw everything up, so I'm not going to touch it. Oh, man. Yeah, we're gearing up now for the top of the second inning here. Due up going to be O'Neal Cruz, Rafael Flores Jr., and Brandon Lau. Well, I realized I was echoing. That's weird. I was like, my two mic, unless the two mic sources were picking up in unison. I mean, it's done and it's looking good. That's awesome, man. So, Petco, what are you talking about? You are literally making me go insane right now. What are you talking about? Oh, man. The 1-0 count to Cruz. Petco, are you in the vertical feed or are you... What? What is Petco on? Are you in the vertical feed? Is there someone else in the vertical feed that, like, I'm not getting their messages through on this side? Bro. The 2-0 gonna graze the zone. Strike one. Nice pitch there by Bobby Ray. Oh boy, so the 2-1 count here. Cruz finding himself ahead in the count, but needing to make something happen here. Maybe a Cruz missile as he fouls this one off. The vertical stream is one that's only going to appear in the shorts feed or vertical live feed. So you need to swipe until you find it. It's meant for discovery for people that are swiping through shorts or whatever. But I found a way to make it both in the same stream, which I don't know if I like. We'll see. But Cruz gonna ground this one, and the out is made at first. We'll see. I mean, I might split the streams again. I don't know. I kind of like having the split streams because then I can just download one copy and clip it. I can download the vertical copy and clip it, which makes it a lot easier for shorts creation, but we'll see. But now Rafael Flores Jr. with a 922 OPS, 6 homers, 13 RBI, and a 250 average steps up to the plate. Yo, Kong! What's good, bro? What's good? What's good? As he takes strike one on the knuckle curve there. 0-1 count. Let's see. I'll say what I've been doing. Okay. That's fine. But yeah, QB Lamar, Chase Brown, Trey Walker. Okay. Jamar Chase, Waddle, Roma Doomsday. Oh, that's a nice looking team right there. I do gotta say, that's kind of sly right there, Zoni. But here comes the 1-1. This pitch gonna be low for a ball. Bobby Ray not able to find that zone really much at all today. He's been struggling. Like, even if I just zoom in on this website here, he has had a lot of pitches out of the zone. Oh, Kenneth Walker. Okay. Why did my brain go Travion Walker? Isn't he like a defenseman or something like that? You're usually able to see both because both are split. Like, they're their own, like, actual own streams. So, that's what it usually is. But yeah, that's kind of the thing. I might split them again. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And Allen, okay. But yeah, I mean, the pitches have been all over the place. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like 13 pitches missing the zone as Flores hits a grounder, drops into center field, and he's on for a single. Okay. Yeah, we'll see here. Bro, you're just taking... I know what you're doing. You're throwing... Petco, I know exactly what you're doing. You're taking my own words and throwing them back at me. I recognize some of these quotes. I recognize some of these quotes. Like, one of the greatest quotes of all time here, talking about Mike Tomlin. Honestly, though, I did too. He's probably paid off by a farmer to push blood pressure meds. That's the only reason I think he's still coaching. Oh, man. And then another quote from another one of my shorts. I do fantasy sometimes, Zoni. I think I've actually started... I'm working in a work fantasy league right now. But yeah, I recognize some of these quotes. Absolutely, and I'm sure if I was in love with the skating aspect of it, then figure skating would have been higher. I respect what y'all do. It's just not for me all the time. I recognize these quotes, bro. You're spitting my own words back at me. So here comes the 0-2 to Lau from Ray. The pitch. He delivers. Way low. Yeah, it's Petco. I remember he changed his name a while ago, but kept the profile picture. Then he changed the profile picture. So he doesn't look anything like Petco now, but it's Petco. But now I know exactly what you're going. You're copy pasting my comments. Those are my comments. Those aren't even quotes from my stream. Those are just. Those are. Well, hold on. What quote was? Where was? Huh? Thanks for enlightening me. I was not aware. TBH, it looks like a spray paint to me. Good to know. Where was that from? Oh, that happened over the last many months, Dota. And Wendy's is all right. I mean, I'll go to Wendy's every so often, but I'm not like super like Wendy's. Lau, what are you doing swinging at that? That thing was so low and so outside. That was a stupid swing. But again, Bobby Ray just not hitting the zone. Not hitting the zone at all. But we'll see here. Nick York steps into the batter's box here. Sir, this is a Wendy's parking lot. Excuse me, can I have a double Whopper with cheese, extra Big Mac sauce? Sir, this is a Wendy's. Please order a Baconator or get out. I love the Baconator and Baconator. Bro, we were on the same wavelength right there, bro. What's good, Craig? Doesn't time on the JPJ contract. That is unfortunate. The Steelers just don't see him as a bona fide defensive option. Like, they don't see JPJ as highly as he sees himself. And JPJ is not going to cheapen himself just to play with the Steelers. Which, I mean, he's going to do what he's going to do. But, you know. But here we go. The 1-1 pitch to Nick York from Bobby Ray. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Right on the bottom edge of the zone. Nice pitch there. Nice velo, too. Nice little velo. A 92-mile-an-hour fastball. What? No Chick-fil-A sauce? What? No Chick-fil-A sauce? Oh, man. It was, they used the Pirates. Oh my gosh, it was that one. Oh my gosh, yes, I remember leaving that comment now. I distinctly remember leaving that comment now. I couldn't remember where it was from, but I distinctly remembered leaving that after it sank in. I'm like, no, I remember that. I just don't remember where that was from. Oh, man. We're looking at Spencer Horwitz on deck, if he'll get a shot here, as Nick York has a full count. I have to get rid of the clipping option. Oh, man. Only the Polynesian sauce. Bro saying no Chick-fil-A sauce. I'll take the Polynesian. As Nick York, easy ground out. He used to be a manager at Wendy's, or Wendy's one time, and I had a dude come through a drive-thru on a bike wearing a dress. It was late at night. Bro, that sounds so much like something I would have found out in Fort Wayne, bro. Like, I'll never forget the one time I was out in Fort Wayne, right? One of my craziest, like, late-night stories. I was out in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and a bunch of us ended up walking out, or out of our dorms, and walking through downtown at like 11 o'clock at night, midnight, that kind of time frame. And like, from that, we were walking around. It's April, right? So the water, there's rivers that go through Fort Wayne. And the water was not frozen, but it certainly wasn't warm because it was only like the beginning or middle of April. And this dude, high out of his mind on something, just dove in the water, started swimming around the river at midnight. Cold water, mind you. Surprised he didn't go into hypothermic shock. And he's just swimming around, having a good time. And then he climbs up out of the water, starts complaining about his ankle, and then starts yelling threats at everybody. Like, dude was just chill swimming in the water, chilling in the frigid water a while, like 5 minutes ago. Then he was like yelling threats at everybody. Don't do drugs, kids. Otherwise, you'll end up being a chill swimmer, dude, and then shouting threats the next minute. Oh, my gosh. Ketamine. Bro's high on ketamine. Oh, my gosh. That was, like, just... That's a memory that is just going to stick with me forever. Because, like... Bro, so anytime we went downtown, we always made sure we had pocket knives on us, anything like that, just to make sure that we had some sort of self-defense, right? We were allowed pocket knives, like, as long as they weren't massive blades. Oh, what's good, John? The stream is it's behaving itself today, John. But yeah. Like, that's just kind of, it's kind of crazy. We're back here for the bottom of the second. And Ashcraft loses the zone. Ball one. Tie France. I'm not falling for that one, buddy. Swing and a miss, strike one for France. Isn't the Browns are Browns with them naming Watson? You know, it makes sense, Craig. There's one reason it makes a lot of sense for the Browns to name Deshaun as QB1. Did you hear the boos as France drops this one into left field for a simple base hit? But yeah, like, did you hear the boos that went on in Cleveland when Deshaun Watson took the field? They're giving Deshaun 2 weeks as the starter when they're on the road to prove to himself, the organization, and the fans that he's the guy. If not, they're going to bench him for Shador week 3. I'm not falling for that one, Petco. I tell you, frozen blueberry is bad. That's not good. And that was a ball. That was called a strike. Okay. No team starting with PA will win. Oh, they have yellow or gold. Yes, sir. Bro, they're like almost the same shade of yellow, too. That's the crazy thing. Like, look at the score bug. They are like very close shades of yellow. NFL season, yeah, it's still baseball season. That is true. I do like the band Imagine Dragons. I'll listen to their stuff. I almost went to go see them, actually, over at the Star Lake Pavilion in the Pittsburgh region. But I ended up not going there. I'm like, do I really need to spend that money? At the time, I didn't have the disposable income, so I'm like, nah. I don't know about that. But I am looking forward this weekend. I'm actually going to be going out Friday night and Saturday night to listen to some good music. It's going to be a good weekend coming up, bro. It's going to be awesome. Oh, the Padres better in blue and white. That is true. Like, the Padres and... Like, why would you want your color to be poop brown? Because poop brown makes you fly out, or makes Merrill fly out to Brian Reynolds. If they were in the blue, that would have been a homer. But because they're in poop brown and yellow. Oh, boy. But that was a well-hit ball there by Jackson Merrill. It just dropped right on into the glove there of Reynolds. And a great hustle by Reynolds, too, to get there. By the way, John, I found a website. And that's what I'm using in front of me right now on this laptop. This website is tracking everything. It is tracking every pitch, so I can see where every pitch was. It's tracking, and it's like a full-on score sheet. It's like a full-on score sheet. As that one flies out to Cruz from Xander Bogaerts, gonna bring on up Gavin Sheets. Yeah, go to this website, bro. It's like livebaseballscorecards.com. You can select whatever game you want. So I just pulled up this game on that website, and like it tracks every pitch, and it actually has the scorecard. Like, it is really cool. It is really cool, man. We'll see what Gavin Sheets has in store here. 213 average, 712 OPS, 16 homers on the season. And that one grazing the zone. A beautiful drop by the curveball on the outside edge. It's not MLB.com. It's livebaseballscorecards.com. Jason, wish they signed Lau to extension. He would be perfect DH. That is true. Lau would be the... Honestly, Lau is a good second baseman. He's better than Nick Gonzalez at fielding. He hasn't made that many errors. Captain Sheets. Yummy. Bro, you're wearing brown and your name is Sheets. There are so many jokes that can be made there. Oh, man. And this one going to be fouled away. Oh, boy. Ashcraft only had 25 pitches on the day. Bobby Ray's hitting at 32 after 2 innings pitched. So Ashcraft has a little bit of headroom ahead of him. Runner on first. And here comes the pitch. Outside and high for a ball. Yeah, like it actually shows like how far outside the pitches were. It's really cool. Oh, no. No, I'm saying your last name is Sheets. Because the gas station Sheets is a Z. S-H-E-E-T-Z. But this dude's last name is Sheets. S-H-E-E-T-S. And he's wearing brown. Mr. Sheets in brown. Oh, boy. But here we go. The 1-2 pitch from Ashcraft to Sheets. Waiting on the pitch here. And eventually, really letting that pitch clock wind all the way down to 1 second. It's Gavin Sheets. It's just me or a sweet and sour sauce. Bro, like a sweet chili is like the best sauce, bro. Like sweet chili, man. But here we go. For the Brewers. 1-2 pitch way inside. So what do you think for next year? Half season or like 60 games because of impending strike? I don't know if there is a season played next year at all. I really don't. But Craig, you might appreciate this. I was talking about this before the stream. The Pirates have a legitimate outside shot. As that grounder from Sheets goes right back to Ashcraft, throws it to first. Out is made. But yeah, we were talking about this before the stream started. If there's any team that is on the outside fringe of a playoff spot that has a chance to make it in, It's the Pirates. They play 6 games against teams that are either in the last wild card spot or above the Pirates. 6 games in that little crunch zone. 6 against the 9 games. 6 against the Cardinals, 3 against the Padres. And apart from the series against the Padres, the 2 against the Cardinals, and a series against the Brewers, they have a series against the Tigers, and then a couple of very winnable series. Like, 23 wins is not out of the question for the Pirates. At least in my mind for the rest of the season. Like, I think realistically they get a bit closer to 80 wins, right around 17 wins the rest of the way. But it would not shock me if they get to 23 more wins. Oh, yeah. No, the owners are going to lock out for a salary cap. And the players are going to blame it all on the owners when the players are the ones that are all offended by the idea of a salary cap. It's all backwards and crazy. It's all backwards and crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying the Pirates definitely make it in or even likely make it in. But if there is a team on the outside, so there will be a little bit of free agency period, I believe. Because I think the CBA expires on December 31st or something like that. So, but we'll see. I don't know that it's really about being cheap owners. I don't know that it's really about cheap owners. I think it's more about the owners wanting competitive balance. You know? Because the Pirates don't have the finances to compete with a team like the Dodgers, who just say, screw it, we'll take out a small loan of $1 billion to finance our team. The Pirates can't do that. How are they going to pay it off? So it's a coalition of owners that want the salary cap. Yeah, some of them want to be cheap, and I'm not going to deny that. But I think a lot of it's more about competitive balance. Like, teams in these medium-sized markets are going to be screwed. Teams in, like, Pittsburgh, San Diego, Seattle, those markets are going to get screwed. Totally screwed. Because the teams that always suck, or the non-desirable markets, right? The low-class markets, are going to be consistently getting higher picks, which means they're going to be getting better talent. That better talent is more likely to produce high, but they're going to produce well. Well, no. By the time their contracts expire, they're going to go to a team like the Dodgers, who have infinite money to work with. The teams in the middle are like these medium-sized markets that don't have the draw and are going to be stuck in no man's land. Not bad enough to be a top pick, but not good enough to make a push. The teams in the medium-sized markets get screwed by that. Totally screwed. So, I've been clear about this for years. The reason I was never a big baseball guy growing up was purely because it was like almost never competitively balanced. You know, you had teams that were able to get away with spending $60 million on a season against teams that are spending $200 million. You know? What really caused it is the Dodgers just started buying everybody. That's why people started caring. The Dodgers abused the lack of salary cap for their own gain, and that's what caused people to start caring. $700 million to Shohei. Crazy bonkers money to someone, to Freddie Freeman. You know, like, let me just see here. Looking at the Dodgers contracts, right? When you're throwing $70 million a year to Shohei, $30 million a year to Mookie Betts, $60 million a year to Kyle Tucker, based on your AAV. Kyle Tucker and Shohei, $60 million a year. $182 million overall to Blake Snell, $365 to Mookie Betts. You know, they started abusing that lack of salary cap to say, we're going to buy all the best players at any cost. Through the money, we'll win the championship. Man, If Lure 175 would bet Nutbag would bring in a partner to offset that much money he would have to spend. Well, I don't know. But that also means MLB would have a bit more balanced revenue sharing, I would think, too. I think it would be a little bit more revenue sharing on, like, national, like, level things with some of the smaller clubs. That would be kind of my guess. But we'll see. But that's why people started caring, Joda. Not because the Dodgers started winning, but because every quality player that became a free agent, Dodger. Because no matter what the Yankees would offer, no matter what the Red Sox would offer, the Yankees would offer, or the Dodgers would offer them better. I'm not saying they did anything wrong. They abused a broken system. They took a broken system and used it to their advantage. But that's why people started caring. That is exactly why people started caring. Yo, Alex, you good, bro? Oh, boy. Jared Triolo with a full count here. Runner on first. Bobby Ray already at 42 pitches on the day. Doesn't even have an out here in the top of the third. As I believe it was Nick York got on. Or Spencer Horwitz got on. And here we go. The 3-2 count. The pitch to Triolo. This one barreled off the bat. Out to right field. Drops for a base hit. That's gonna move Horwitz over to third, presumably. And he beats out the throw. He is safe. Runners on first and third. Nobody out as Nick Gonzalez steps back into the batter's box. The Angels supposed to be adding more teams. Yeah, the NHL. I heard this thing, right? That there's going to be a team in Texas coming up in the next 4 years. Really, the hope is that franchise, they're going to have supposedly an agreement in place by like December of 26 or 27, and the franchise, it's going to be a Texas franchise. Ideally Houston, but a backup, I believe, was San Antonio? What was the backup? As this one going to be a high fly ball, not going to be deep enough to score, I don't believe. No, it is not. You fix the screen under the counts and out. Oh. Thank you for catching that for me. Okay, now we gotta reload this. Brody Brazil made a video about that? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's Austin. I knew it was a city with A, but it wasn't like Arlington. The only city that my brain was generating was Arlington. But yeah, it's Austin or Houston, but Houston's the ideal target. And they're talking about having an announcement potentially as early as September of this year. And the anticipation is that then that team will be ready to play by the 2029-2030. Yeah, 2029-2030 season will be the hope. Which at that point, you got to add another team. Does Atlanta come back? Do we see Atlanta? I think Atlanta's the next stop for the NHL. There's been a lot of hubbub about Atlanta for a third time. The NHL might be a little bit hurt, but again, there's a lot more support, and with the right ownership group building a right stadium, it could be good. It could be good. But here comes the 1-1, and that's high for a ball to Valdez, who reached on a walk in the first inning. Oh boy. But yeah, so a 2-1 count here. Houston, I can see they've got it all except the NHL, but Austin? Well, Austin's kind of the fallback if they can't get the land in Houston. That's kind of the intended fallback. So, but at that point, you got to add a 34th team. Is that Atlanta? I think Atlanta was the most in talks, not Phoenix. 32 is good like right now. You only got to play every 2 months. They're going to add more. And the steal attempt for the Pirates. He's safe. Could not get the tag down. Stolen base there by Jared Triolo. With 1 out, runners on 2nd and 3rd here. The Pirates in a prime position to score. Oh, boy. But yeah, like my first thought is that means Atlanta's getting a team. Because I don't think Phoenix is going to be that quick. They just left Phoenix. Yeah, it was a bad owner, but still. And then you got AC, but that's been a market that's not really been heavily talked about. Atlanta's the one that's had the meetings. So my thought is you're going to bring in Atlanta with Houston. But here we go. The 3-2. The Valdez from Ray. Gonna step off, take his time out. It's gonna be Atlanta. There's not a doubt in my mind 34 is gonna be Atlanta, John. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. That's been the only other market as Valdez swings and misses strike 3. I mean, that's the only market that really has had serious talks as of late. There's been speculation that the NHL is going to go back to Arizona. There's been some light speculation about KC. But the heaviest of the speculation and the heaviest of the talk as of late, before this whole Houston talk really exploded, it was Atlanta. So, this one going to be a high fly ball by Reynolds. Oh boy, infield fly rule applies. Atlanta isn't a good hockey destination, but KC might be a good spot. They almost got the Pens back in the day. That is true. But also, Atlanta suffered from poor ownership. So the first time they built a poor stadium, the first time. The second time, it was poor ownership. If you have good ownership that builds a good stadium, Atlanta is a viable market. Atlanta has taken to hockey before. That first team that was in Atlanta, they were good. The Flames, they were a solid team. I mean, Metro Atlanta is pursuing a potential NHL return through ongoing expansion discussions. And league officials confirm ongoing discussions with prospective groups in Atlanta regarding a potential 34th team. I really think that's the play. I think Atlanta's 34th. You could say the same about Arizona, yes. But also, like, Arizona's a tough market to begin with because it's not as population dense. You know, apart from the immediate Phoenix area, it's like an hour drive or multiple hour drive to the next major city. You know? Whereas Atlanta, you got major cities around. You got Myrtle Beach, so you got maybe some tourists that are within a day's drive. Pigeon Forge, Tennessee is a day's drive. You know. The Thrashers were not well run. They were not well run. Like that was part of the problem there. But now we're here for the bottom of the third. Yeah, the Flames is because they just weren't making money. That was really what it was. The Flames just struggled because they packed too many. It was the stadium. They built too many luxury suites and they could not fill to make the money. Atlanta was just massive ownership failures. The Flames were a really good team and they were well supported in Atlanta. So we know hockey works in Atlanta if given the right circumstances, given the right stadium, given a good ownership group like the Atlanta Flames had. Atlanta is a viable market. Quebec would be a pretty That could be a nice one. It'll be a nice one. As for me, I'm going to swing and miss for strike 2. But yeah, like, that's the big thing, is that the Flames, had they have not thought so stupidly when building their stadium, as this one drops into left field, runner on first is Fermin for the Padres. But yeah, had the owners of the Atlanta Flames not been so stupid in building a stadium of almost exclusively luxury boxes that could not be filled and give the team enough revenue, had they built a traditional stadium, I genuinely think the Flames are still in Atlanta today. I don't think Calgary has the Calgary Flames. I genuinely believe that. Like, the Flames were a well-supported team. They had a good roster. They just left because they didn't have money. Because they built a stupid stadium. And they didn't have the ability to build another stadium at the time. I think Phoenix was around, what, 20 years? 30, almost 30 years, 28 years. In Atlanta, they had 8 years and 20 years. So Arizona had more years. Yeah, more combined years in Arizona. But it's I just genuinely think here, real quick, Pirates starting a double play. Retire the side. Nice little double there for the Pirates. But yeah, the only problems, the problems with Atlanta were very, very able. They were very able to be resolved. The Flames, had they built an actual traditional stadium, they would have made the money because the team was well supported. They left because they didn't have money and they weren't able to build a new stadium because the city of Atlanta wouldn't help build a new stadium because the stadium was just built less than a decade prior to them leaving. And the Thrashers, yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Ownership had many disputes and it just was, it sucked. But if you find a good owner that wants to build the right stadium, they're good. Murado played on ice below a building when they first came in the NHL. Oh, man. I do agree Canada should have an even number. Don't get me wrong. I think Canada should definitely have a decent bit of hockey representation. But that's kind of where I said. I think out of Phoenix, if it's down to Phoenix or Atlanta, Atlanta's got the edge. If you find a quality owner that wants to build the right stadium, you're good. Atlanta will support a team. They're just not going to support a team if the ownership group is fighting themselves every time you turn around. And they're moving around like a giant blob. And for that, I think, weren't they like building an arena though, Craig, at that time? The Coyotes did outlast that, yes. But the only thing is that I can rationalize easily why both teams failed. Don't get me wrong, I might be a little biased because I did play a lot of Pee Wee to Pro as a kid in NHL Slapshot, and one of my longest running playthroughs was on the Atlanta Thrashers. But even despite that, from a sheer dollars and cents standpoint, Phoenix struggled in the later years to fill the arena. And I mean struggled. Yeah, ownership wasn't helping. But like, we have two data points in Atlanta. One with a good owner that was just incompetent at stadium design. And the other being a team that was in a good stadium, but ownership couldn't sell water to a dehydrated person. So that's kind of the thought process. And I think, John, Houston is so central, it could go either east or west. So I think we're going to really determine, are we going to take Atlanta or Arizona? That's going to determine Houston's conference. And the Thrashers did struggle, yes. But that was also because we know that poor ownership was kind of leading to that. But in the Flames years, they were filling that place up. They just weren't able to generate revenue because all they built were luxury boxes. that weren't as profitable back in the day. There are two data points. Both of them ended poorly. One of them was just because the owner had no clue how to build a stadium right to make money. So they had no idea. They were building all luxury boxes, and they didn't have the money. That place was packed, and that market was supporting the Atlanta Flames. They just left because they didn't have money, and they wouldn't be able to build a new stadium themselves, and the city of Atlanta wouldn't bail them out because they just put in money to build a stadium 10 years prior. You know, what's wrong with your current stadium? Why didn't you think about that? You know? But for the Thrashers, they had a good stadium. They just didn't have a good owner. You know? Oh, Dallas is west. You can move Nashville to another team to the east? Potentially. But I think Dallas would go west, and I think Atlanta is the cause. The Cruz takes a ball there on a big check swing, 3-2 count. But yeah, I mean that's kind of the Arizona voters say no to a new stadium. Exactly. The Arizona voters said no to supporting a new stadium. So in order for Arizona to work, you would have to find a buyer, or you'd have to find someone who's willing to put up the expansion fee and solely pay for a new stadium. That's not a common find. Owners are rich, but they're not that rich. Some would say they should be, but they're not that rich in a lot of times. Especially someone just buying a franchise. Like, they don't have the ability to necessarily build that stadium out. So, but that is true, Craig. I think Atlanta has a lot more public support. Yeah, I mean, that is true, but I just think that it's going to be another U.S. team immediately. I think Quebec City is a bit too far behind. There's been rumors and murmurs about, oh, this would be nice, but it's been more of like in a pipe dream setting, in a wish list kind of setting, not necessarily in a this is actually happening kind of setting. Whereas Arizona, there's been some minor talks. Atlanta, there's been major talks, even with league executives. Even with the NHL itself, there have been major talks. So Atlanta is a lot further beyond. Quebec would have to build a stadium, exactly, and you'd have to have that stadium plan ready. And it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of motion going on for that right now. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process. I really think that's where it's going to fall. I think we're going to get out with a ball, but they're not going to challenge it. They ruled out a strike. Allow. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I think the chips fall. I think it's realistically going to end up being the Atlanta market and Houston. But Lau strikes out looking, retires the side. We're heading to the bottom of the fourth. Okay. A point for Atlanta, a close team for Florida teams. That is true. That would give a lot more closeness to Florida teams. But I also just think Atlanta presently is more ready and open to support a team no matter what it takes than Arizona. Arizona wants a team, but the people don't want to pay for it. Which, if you don't want to pay for it, that's fine. But you might not get a team because owners want that. They want that public subsidized money. They want that public subsidization. My fondest memory of Civic Arena is when Mario scored game-winning goal in Game 1 of the finals against the Blackhawks. That is nice. Exactly. And the voters kind of shot that idea down when they rejected the current Phoenix owners. Now, they might have rejected it because of the owner. It might be worth exploring if they'd be willing to pay it for certain owners. But again, if you want a team and you're willing to pay for it, you can't be picky choosy on who you're going to pay it to. Whereas Atlanta is, I think, more ready for hockey at any cost right now. So I think we're a lot closer to an Atlanta team than we are a Phoenix team. I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong about this. But I think it's Atlanta. I think Atlanta's 34. Do you think Pittsburgh ever gets an NBA team? As cool as that would be, I don't see it happening. Because Pittsburgh is so entrenched in its current sports teams that Pittsburgh is such like a traditional market that there's not really much room for expansion. I don't think. Like, any fans in the Pittsburgh region that want to watch basketball, they're usually either heading up to Cleveland for the NBA, which is Cleveland's a good team. They've been a solid team. Or they're just watching Pitt basketball. As cool as it would be to have a basketball team in Pittsburgh, and I'd probably go down to a couple basketball games if that were the case. A couple of NBA games. I just don't see it. I don't see it in Pittsburgh's future. Don't get me wrong, it sounds awesome and it sounds pretty sweet. But I just don't see it. Pittsburgh already is kind of entrenched in its current sports. I don't see Yinzers taking on another team of heartbreak. What about Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay, the only cities with a combo NHL, MLB, and NFL? Huh. Wait, St. Louis up until 2016? St. Louis. What? I'm confused. Oh, wait, no, St. Louis NHL, yeah. They have the Cardinals, and the Rams. Dumbo! I was wondering what you were referring to, but yeah, no. I had a brain. That was a massive brain fart. That was an embarrassing brain fart. And WNBA, no thank you, hard pass. We don't need that drama in Pittsburgh, because anywhere they go, the WNBA just can't get itself out of controversy right now. If they want to have a women's basketball league, so be it. I'm fine with it. But it just seems that there's always controversy with it. That's why I don't cover any WNBA games. It's just there's always controversy. Has Ashcraft fielding error, but still makes the play anyway at first on Cronenworth. There we go. But yeah. Like, I don't know, man. You had the Angel Reese drama with Caitlin Clark. Then you had the whole, and now you got the big one with what's his name? What's his name? And his Contra Freedom that's now stirring up drama in the WNBA. Yinzer's already caused enough drama. Honestly, it would be kind of funny because it would be so fitting. But like, we don't need that drama in Pittsburgh. There's already too much when the Steelers, Pirates, and Penguins all suck. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. The WNBA just always finds itself in drama. As that's when a pop fly stays fair. And it drops foul. Nobody catching that. How do you have three Evians there and nobody catches that? There were three clowns in the outfield. Nobody thought for a second to catch it. Horowitz sat under it. Valdez slid down and Lau just ran right through it. What are you doing? I almost feel like Robbie Rotten in that, like, what? We are number one. Hey. Oh my Oh my gosh, that was bad. That was bad. Manny Machado swings and misses for strike 2. Please tell me we get Manny out after that. If Manny Machado gets on base, I'm done. I am so done if he gets on base after that. So the 1-2 pitch, this one belted. High fly ball right towards O'Neal Cruz. Not a lot of effort there. Didn't need it. Makes the out. I think St. Louis should get an NFL team again. They average 40,000 fans for a UFL team. Honestly, they should. Yes, John. Yes. What are you doing? Oh, let's try something else. Now watch and learn. Here's the deal. He'll slip and slide on this banana peel. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, man. Here we go. Now going to be France up and strike 1. Oh, boy. But yeah, I mean, St. Louis definitely deserves another NFL team. I think if NFL expands, you're talking St. Louis and as the outs made at first base to end the 4th. Who would the other expansion team be in the NFL? Would San Diego be ready to open up another team? I know St. Louis won't because of the lawsuit and all that, but if hypothetically they would, who would be the other team to counterbalance that? My initial thought, San Diego, because they were very passionate and very upset at the Chargers. I see your question. Oh, I was wondering, every MLB team shares a city with at least one other NFL, NHL, or NFL, NBA, or NFL team, except for one, Sacramento. Sacramento has the A's this year. No, Sacramento Kings in the NBA. That's wrong. Toronto, absolutely not. Kansas City, no. Baltimore, no. Toronto, or I already went through Toronto. New York, obviously not. Boston, no, because they had the Bruins. I was about to say technically the Boston because the Foxborough for the Patriots, but no, Celtics and the Bruins. Chicago, no. Cleveland, no. AC, no. Minnesota, no. If I go down the AL West, Anaheim? No, they have the Ducks. Because the Angels are technically Anaheim. Texas, no. You didn't think about the A's move. It would be San Diego. San Diego does not have any other team. No NHL. They used to have NFL. Yeah, I didn't think about. I was like, oh no, it's Sacramento, but wait, no, they have the Kings. Yeah, no, it's San Diego. San Diego does not have an NBA team. I am not 99% sure they don't have NBA. I know they don't have NFL, and I know they don't have NHL. There's San Jose, not San Diego. But top of the 5th here, ready to rumble. Nick York up to the plate. By the way, 62 pitches after 4 innings for Bobby Ray. Total pitches, 11, 21, 19, and 11. After 4 for Ashcraft, 14, 17, 6, 14. Did you know before Cleveland moved to Baltimore had a CFL team? I think John said something about that at one point. I could be wrong, but I think John said something about that at one point in one of the streams. The Chargers moved San Diego. Yeah. And I think San Diego should get a team at one point. I think San Diego should get another NFL shot at one point. It wasn't due to a lack of fan support, I don't believe, when the Chargers were in San Diego. If I recall correctly, it was more of a Dean Spanos who's like, ooh, shiny, when it came to LA for a shiny new stadium. And a shiny new stadium that he didn't really have to pay much for because Kroenke was already building his own empire over there, his own temple. So it wasn't even something that like Spanos had to drop a few billion to build a stadium. It's like the stadium was already being built. You just got to pay a couple rent checks to the Rams. That's all you got. Oh boy. Let me double check myself. Yeah, it was a new stadium deal. That's what it was. Spanos was not the right owner for the Chargers or San Diego. I think if San Diego, it's the same, it's an Atlanta situation. If you have a good owner that's willing to make a good deal for a stadium, the fan base is there. Just do it. And that would be a bombshell for TV ratings anytime San Diego would play against the Chargers. Because then, oh boy, would them San Diego fans want to beat up on the Chargers, man. As Nick York gonna ground out. Nice hustle there, but not able to beat out the throw. But yeah, just think about the revenue on that, bro. That would be like one of the biggest NFL games of the year. San Diego versus the Los Angeles Chargers. So, oh boy. Oh, he was one of the only MLB, NFL, NHL, or NBA team where every team shared city with another franchise of the other three. Huh. That would make sense. But here comes the 1-0 count to Spencer Horwitz in there for strike one. But yeah, like just think about that exposure, man. Like think about that. San Diego versus the Los Angeles Chargers. That would be mad. Timeout, though, taken here by Horvitz. Yeah, because when Cleveland came to Baltimore, fans asked to see the Grey Cup, but Cleveland players didn't know what they were talking about. Huh. That's kind of crazy, bro. But here we go. The 1-1 going to be swinging and a miss for strike two. Be taking a look at Don Kelly. Not looking to go to the bullpen anytime soon. It does not appear so. As Bobby Ray already at 72 pitches on the day. Oh my word, and he's losing his pitches again in the dirt. Yeah, so far, Bobby Ray, 74 pitches. Braxton Ashcraft only at 51. Ashcraft's been really good. Oh my gosh, target! As this ball is hit to left field, fly out for Horwitz. Bro, the target! What are you doing? Oh my gosh! Bro, target had a blackface Halloween costume. No! You're supposed to be the pro-social justice company. You were the ones with the kids' LGBTQ stuff. You can't do blackface. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bro. Get. Oh my word. Oh, here comes Criollo. 0-1 count, top of the fifth. He's 1 for 1. Got himself a base hit. When did he get that base hit? He got it in the third inning. A nice little single there. Fouls this one off. Oh my word. That was crazy. That was crazy. Oh, man. Bro, no! I hate the Houston Texans. I hate the Houston Texans now. They just rickrolled me. I got rickrolled by the Houston Texans because of the rivalries jersey. Bro! But a 1-2 to Triolo loses it inside on the slider. Okay. So, here we go. 2-2 count outside for a ball. Bro, I just got rickrolled by the Houston Texans. I don't like it. Oh, are you talking the blackface costume? I don't want to put it on stream. But I'm gonna send a link to the post in Discord. As Triolo fouls this one back. Right, I'm just gonna send it to you on Discord. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. But here we go, 3-2 count. Triolo puts it over to third, tries to beat out the throw. Fielding error, he's safe. He's safe. Safe on an error. You see why I don't want to put that on stream now, Joda. Oh, man. So, we'll see here. Ready to rumble. Bobby Ray gonna talk it over with his catcher here as Nick Gonzalez comes up to the plate. Okay. I was talking about, oh, the Texans? Oh. Yeah, I got you. Here's the link to the post. Here's the link to that post. It was like, oh, rivalry jerseys are here. Oh, man. I clicked the link and it's a rickroll. Okay. So here we go. Gonzalez ready to face off here. First pitch of the at-bat, low for a ball. You gotta think Bobby Ray. I don't see him coming out in the sixth. I don't see it. Okay. Gonna be low for a ball again. Okay. Oh no, I wasn't sending the link in chat. That's true. I'll be steak my morning. That is true. I just didn't like it. Here, I'll send it over in the Discord. I'll send it in the Discord because I found it on this computer. I have to find it again on the other computer. Oh, well, I'm gonna send it in general. Here we go, 3-1 count on Nick Gonzalez. And the pitch from Bobby Ray. This one put in play for an easy out at second to end the inning. How do I do three things? Man. Count as a visual rule saving out? What do you mean, how do you do three things? I'm a little bit confused, man. They just ended the top of the 5th inning. I really don't see Bobby Ray coming out for the 6th. So, okay. Yeah, we will see. Near total eclipse this Friday. Okay. I'll have to take a look at that. Bro! No! I need to go to St. Louis on December 2nd. Oh, John, I need your help, man. I really need your help. Bro. John, I really need your help, brother. If you want to help a brother in need. Oh, man. What was your worst Pittsburgh playoff for Steelers, Pirates, and Penn? I would say, honestly, this recent playoff loss just was kind of defeating, kind of crushing the way it happened. There was, like, nothing. Yeah, there was, like, nothing. Like, I was live on that, and I was just defeated. I was crushed. I was killed. But, John, I'm gonna need your help, brother. Because I don't know that I can get to St. Louis in December. Bro. This is killing me. This is, like, actually killing me. The 1-1 count, and Merrill fouls it away. So there's a Blues promotion going on December 2nd. They're doing a giveaway for the first 10,000 fans. And brother, this giveaway is right up my alley. It is an Ozzy Osbourne tribute night, and they are giving away an Ozzy Osbourne bobblehead December 2nd against the Penguins. Alex, seriously, you able to kind of cool it, man, on the spam? Oh my gosh, I saw that on my X feed. I'm like, well, I wish I never knew. I wish I never knew that was happening, because now it's gonna kill me, because I'm a big Ozzy Osbourne fan. I am a big Ozzy Osbourne fan. Bro, I want to go. I want to be one of the first 10,000 fans. I want that bobblehead. It's gonna kill me. Bro. I can't go. It's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday, and I don't know that I can get over there. Oh my gosh. Minor Bream with the Braves in 92, Volek with the Owls in 93, and just short against the Chargers in 95. I mean, the Penguins, I would say, honestly, it would have to come all this year. I mean, the Penguins looked very flat in the first 3 games against Philadelphia. Because I haven't really been as heavily involved with hockey and baseball, really, until this year. But, bro, John, I'm almost half tempted to buy you a ticket if you could send me that bobblehead. Oh, my gosh. Because that is crazy. Oh, man. I don't know anyone else in the St. Louis area. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Or Sheets, by the way. Oh, man. That would be an awesome game to go to, wouldn't it? Man. That is crazy. And the Pirates able to turn a double to end the fifth. Oh my gosh. Bro, they even have a bat card. Crazy Trade, like a Pokemon card with a Zubat looking thing, but they made it different. In Blues colors. Oh man. Bro. If I can't find it, I'm going to need to buy it on eBay and pay like $500 for this. Bro. I'll see what I can do. My neighbor gets hockey and baseball tickets from his work. Sometimes he brings me and my dad. Bro, John, I am willing. If you're willing to go to that game for me and send me the bobblehead, I will buy you a ticket. I am genuinely serious, John. Like, if you can guarantee that you'll get there for the first 10,000 fans to get the bobblehead, I will buy you a ticket to go to that game. I don't know that I'd be able to get anything necessarily lower bowl because they're like 140 a piece. So if I get one for you and your dad, you can guarantee that. Like I would legitimately do that. Because like that is crazy. Jonah, this was my idea. This was my idea. Oh my gosh. But that, if I would get that, that would go like right here. Yeah, it would be conflicting because it would be a Blues bobblehead, but like, but I am willing to do that. Because that would be a sick bobblehead to get, and it would be cheaper than buying it on eBay. Because people are gonna jack that up so much on eBay. They're gonna put like $500 or $1,000 price tags on that bobblehead. Oh man! And by the way, Bobby Ray's still out there for the Padres. The 1-1 count there to Esmeralda Valdez. You're just hopping on. Oh man. But yeah, like John, I am serious about that. I am willing to get you and your dad a ticket. And this one, it goes yard for Valdez. Valdez, 15th home run of the season, baby. Let's go! The Pirates with a big 1-0 lead here in the top of the sixth off of Bobby Ray. Bro, like, I have a playlist that I have right now, and I'm actually debating going to an Ozzy tribute night in a couple weeks. To an Ozzy tribute band. But yeah, like, bro. Loud muted cheer. Oh my gosh. Oh. But yeah, we'll see here. Top of the sixth. Here comes the pitch. Checks his swing. They're going to say he went. Yep. Reynolds checked his swing at 1 in the dirt. 1-1 on the count. Right there. But that's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. Maybe, yeah, it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate. Mental wounds not healing, driving me insane. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. As Reynolds walks. I know it's a different song, but that's like I love Ozzy stuff. It's just sometimes like my brain just craps on sometimes on the words, but one of my favorite ones actually that I haven't really heard a whole lot, bro. That was my introduction to Ozzy too. That alibi. As you boot up Madden 11, that was my introduction to Ozzy. That was my introduction to him too. But yeah, Shot in the Dark by Ozzy, bro. I hadn't heard that until recently, but like, bro. But also Patient Number 9. Some of his later work, Patient Number 9, Crack Cocaine. That he did with Billy Morrison. Patient Number 9, obviously. Over the Mountain on Diary of a Madman. I know it's a bit older, but when Madden had banger soundtracks. I don't want to work. I want to bang on my drum all day. Bobby Ray, 95 pitches as he gets Cruz swinging on strike 1. Okay. The 0-1 pitch, low and away. Man. And a shot in the dark. One step away from you. Just a shot in the dark. Always creeping up on you. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. And Cruz gonna check his swing, but it ends up being outside. Did not go. That's a ball. 2-2 is the count to O'Neal Cruz. But yeah, like, bro, that is just, oh man. So here comes the 2-2. The pitch delivered, swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Cruz. 1 out in the top of the 6th. And I believe this is the pitching change. You had to win game 7. Who's your goaltender? Barraza or Flower? Bro, you can't go wrong with Flower. You can't go wrong with Flower. I'm taking Flower all day and night. But bro, I am excited though for Saturday. I'm looking at going to a local place to see a Kiss tribute band. Like, ooh, that's gonna be awesome. They do some pretty good work too, from what I've seen. And I just might be going to see Alice Cooper at one point when he's relatively near. Like, not just a tribute, but like the Alice Cooper. Like, I got a lot of live music I'm looking at trying to go to here soon. And like, bro, Alice Cooper has been one that he always flew under my radar, but ever since I've really started listening to his music, I'm like, bro, this is like legitimate bangers. Oh, man. I've listened to a lot of Megadeth as well recently, too. Which I was actually surprised by one of the songs released from Megadeth in their last album. It was entitled Hey God, and I'm like, this could go one of two ways. And if it's going this one way I think it is, that song is going right off. But no, like, Dave Mustaine actually is starting to battle, like, wrestle spiritually. It is a really interesting song to hear. Not one you would expect out of Dave Mustaine, aka the guy who is a professional grudge holder for like 30 years, 40 years against Metallica. Like, that was just crazy to see. But yeah, Bobby Ray hopping out. Bradley Rodriguez is going to be coming in to pitch. Oh, man. But yeah, I got a lot of good music coming on up here that I'm looking forward to go and see. Although one of my favorite lines, and I gotta start using this line a bit more, actually comes from an Anthrax song, Caught in a Mosh. Because it's going around like, cold sweat, my fists are clenching, stomp, 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 the idiot convention, which one of these words don't you understand? I'm caught in a mosh. But yeah, the idiot convention, I gotta start using that. The Pirates bullpen used to be the idiot convention. Not so much anymore. But here comes the 0-1 count to Rafael Flores Jr., Rapaflo. And here comes the pitch to Rapaflo. Well in the dirt by Rodriguez. Okay. So here we go at the 1-1 count here. Oh, it was good. A little too goated. Will Fernando get his hitter efforts up? I don't know, man. Like, it has been an interesting night tonight. It has been an interesting night tonight. But right now, Rafa Flo going to take his batter's time out here. The Pirates having a 1-0 lead, runner on first. Jonah not holding back the punches. But yeah, the idiot convention. I got to start using that a bit more. As Flores fouls this one off. Yeah, I picked that up when I was like listening to Caught in a Mosh one time, and I'm like, bro, I gotta start using that. Like, I got to start using that. I need him to get over 6.5 hitter. He's kind of selling right now. Oh, man. Well, right now, Flores hits this one deep towards center. Missed on the catch, and a run's going to score for the Pirates. Here he comes, Brian Reynolds around hustling to home. He's going to get there easily. And the Pirates have a runner on second, baby. Let's go. Rafael Flores Jr. with the RBI double. Hitter fantasy score. Okay, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how hitter fantasy score works in baseball, so I can't quite tell you. Unfortunately, a little too goated. But I would love to help. I don't know how fantasy scores in baseball for hitters. But Rafael Flores, with his third double of the season, he's been lighting it up, bro. In his first, like, really heavy use season. Oh, man. So we'll see. 0-1 count to Brandon Lau. Mr. B. Lau, he's 0 for 2 on the night. All right. So we'll see here. Lau 0-2 now. And here we go. One going to be hit and fouled away. Okay. So, the 0-2 count. This one going to be hit and pops behind the catcher, trying to make the play at it. But no, this went foul behind the plate. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we'll see here. And the 0-2, this one going to be fouled off again. That was good, Smooth. Y'all think the Padres coming up? I kind of hope not. Pirates need this game. In Cone we trust. But the Pirates have been known to blow games before. And loud chasing at that pitch that was clearly out does not help matters. Result in 2 down for the Pirates. Oh boy. But yeah, we will see here. As the catcher going to have his, Fermin going to have a little meeting here with Rodriguez, who's not looking the greatest right now. Like, well, hey, the Pirates have been known to blow games, but the Padres pitchers couldn't hit the side of a barn right now, so that's kind of not helping matters. So we'll see here. Here comes the pitch, the top of the 6th pitch to Nick Gonzalez. Swing and a miss. Or actually Jacob Gonzalez. Pinch hitting Jacob Gonzalez for the Pirates here. For Nick York. York went 0-2. And here comes Jacob Gonzalez holding on to an OBP of 274, slugging of 373. Runner on second, 2 outs. The Pirates have a shot to maybe drive in another run, maybe 2. We'll see. So, waiting on the pitch here from Rodriguez. His 14th pitch of the day. And here's the pitch. And he swings at a pitch way outside. They're going to say he fouled it. I didn't know he made contact, but apparently they're going to say he did. Oh, boy. And look at the Pirates over at Nick York, I believe, who's being pinch hit for. And this one going to be way outside. Oh, my word. So, let's see. 1-2 pitch now. From Rodriguez to Gonzalez. And it's fouled off deep. The Padres need to lock in. They do. Their pitchers need to lock in. Honestly, if I was the Padres manager, I would not have let Bobby Ray pitch the top of the 6th. I would have made the bullpen swap there because he was missing so many of his pitches. So many. Yeah, he didn't give up any runs, but when you're missing that many pitches, you're going to give up a run eventually. How much game time? Well, we're currently in the top of the 6th with 2 outs for the Pirates. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like that was kind of a bamboozling move in my mind. He was already at like 85 pitches or something like that going into the 6th inning. He wasn't looking good. Why would you send Bobby Ray back out? Just bite the bullet, go to your bullpen, and maybe your bullpen gets 3 outs, like Rodriguez just did here. Or did he get 2 or 3, whatever it was? He got the inning out. So we finally do retire the side here. And now it's time for the Pirates to defend their lead. Small thing of note, though, for the Padres. That inning, 31 pitches. Well, let's see here. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of rough. Very rough, actually, but still. So, going now into the bottom of the 6th, the Pirates presumably still going to keep out. I don't know why you would make the pitching change anyway, but presumably going to keep Braxton Ashcraft out there, only at 62 pitches. The Padres starter, Bobby Ray, was at 99 when he got pulled. And he only threw 13 pitches, so he was at 86 pitches going into the top of the 6th. Why would you send him in? I have no clue. But they made the decision, now they got to lie with it. So, we'll see. Ultimately, Bobby Ray exits the game with an ERA of 3.38 on the day and a whip of 1.32. Meanwhile, Ashcraft holding on to a whip of 0.6 today. He's been hard to hit on. He's been hard to hit on. So Jacob Gonzalez takes shortstop, and then third baseman for Jared Triolo. Triolo went to third for Nick York. Gonzalez goes to short. And here we go. Ashcraft still on the mound. And here we go. Here we go. Pitch. Way low and outside on the sinker. Kind of oversunk. I think it was more like Titanic as opposed to a regular sinker. But here we go. 1-0, swing and a miss. Strike one. It would have been in there anyway, so. Oh, man. But the 1-1 pitch from Ashcraft, well in the dirt for me. Going to pull back on his bunt. So going to be a 2-1 count here. Anime show as told by Ginger. I have not heard of that show before. But here we go. The 2-1 swing and a miss. Strike two. Okay. And now this one ends up again low and outside. Ashcraft starting to lose his pitches. This is not what we want to see. Not what we want to see at all. Let's actually hit the strike zone, please. Closer, fouled off. But we'll see. 3-2 count. And Ashcraft lining up for his 69 ninth pitch of the day, but he gets held back. Wasn't a pitch clock violation, was it? Okay. So here comes a 3-2. This one going to be put into play and drops for a base hit in the gap in left center. Going to be extra bases here, trying for two. And safe well before the throw. Bro, both of these teams need it. Like, the Pirates, it doesn't look like it, considering they're 8.5 games back. But they play 6 games against the Cardinals for the rest of the season. This 3 against the Padres. That's 9 games against teams that are going to be in that wild card hunt. Not to mention the other series they have. If I pull up the rest of their schedule for the Pirates. After 3 against the Padres and 3 against the Cardinals, they got 3 against the Giants, they could sweep. They got 3 against the Angels, there's a chance at a sweep. Yeah, 3 against the White Sox will be tough, followed by 3 against the Cubbies, which will be tough. Then 3 against the Brewers. That's like the roughest 9-game stretch they have the rest of the way. Then they got 3 against the Royals, 3 against the Cardinals, and 3 against the Tigers. So if any team is going to have an outside shot at being like an outside backdoor team, the Pirates are that team. They're just going to start putting their gears in motion and actually winning ball games. So this is a hugely, hugely important series. And this one going to be outside for a ball. Towards Harris. Okay. And here comes the 1-1. This one going to be put into play. And trying to make the play at first. Got him at first, but the runner will advance to third. So, third base loaded with 1 out. Going to bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. up to the plate, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Gone with the Go Cardinals. Oh, boy. Let's see. So, Ashcraft ready to face Tatis after a little bit of a meeting at the mound here. Ashcraft barely beat that play out. Wow. Okay. So, let's see. Tatis ready to roll. Fun fact. I've gone to a couple ball games in a ballpark where Tatis played his minor league ball. When I was out in Fort Wayne, I went to a couple of Fort Wayne Tin Caps games. Fernando Tatis has played in Fort Wayne before. That's where he started his career. Now, that's pretty cool. Oh boy, so an 0-2 count on Tatis. Okay. Oh, Tatis fouls off. Or, didn't foul. I thought he fouled off, but no, it was a ball, resulting in him being a 1-2 count. Oh, yeah, no, that was up by his head area. And that one in there for strike 3. 2 down. And Tatis a tin head. But yeah, like I got a chance to granted, Fernando Tatis wasn't playing there because he was obviously in the MLB at that time. But I did get a chance to see games in the ballpark where Fernando Tatis Jr. played his minor league ball. David Bednar played some minor league ball. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Pirates are making a little bit of a swapsy here, it would appear, pitching-wise. Or, not quite. Manager Don Kelly out there. I thought he was going out to the mound, but no, he's talking with the ump. I was looking at something real quick, and I look up, and Don Kelly's coming out. Talking to Ashcraft. He's trying to throw Braxton Ashcraft out of the game? Is that why Kelly came out? Oh, man. So we'll see. Ashcraft. Had some sort of altercation with the umpire there. Could not quite hear what was going on. Oh, they ruled it a balk for a run, didn't they? Balk. Boy, so strike one. Actually happened there. So the 0-1 counts Cronenworth. Swing and a miss, strike two. Yeah, they ruled it a balk. Wow. So the 0-2, and that was, yeah, that's going to be overturned. That was way low. Oh, man. I was like over 2 inches low. And here comes the pitch. The 1-2. Check the swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Let me see if I can find the video of the balk. I want to see here. I can't find the video of the balk. I want to see what he did to cause it. I want to see what he did to cause it. And Kelly got ejected. Let me take a look at this. I want to take a look at this here. So a 3-2 count to Cronenworth. And this one drops for a base hit. So what happened? I want to see if I can find what actually happened. I'm not seeing anything that would have been a balk. Where was the balk? All he did was adjust himself. That's not a balk. Well, it should be 2-0, but how much more defending time y'all got? Well, there's 2 outs. So Manny Machado's up to bat. Okay, I didn't think Kelly was ejected. He's not. A tweet said he was ejected, but he's not. He didn't even look like he was starting to pitch. Bro did this. This is what he did. He's standing here like this. Are you standing like this? Does this. And then starts the wind. He didn't move his arms. He just changed. He pivoted. He was facing straight on, pretty much. There are no minutes in baseball. It's all out-based. So, we're in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. An out would end the inning and flip us over. Let me watch this back here. Yeah, all he did was pivot. That was a BS balk. Alex, please. You do it again tonight, I will have to mute you, bro. I don't want to, but I will have to. But here comes the 1-2, and this one fouled away. Well, the count right now is 1-2. But yeah, you cannot tell me that was a ball. Like, let me see here. He stopped for a good couple seconds before doing it. I mean, you're just talking semantics at that point. I don't know. Manny Machado getting a little bit of a look after that pitch. Gonna get himself back in the box, resettled. I don't know, man. But this one going to be fouled away. And yeah, Manny Machado's hurt. He is hurting. Oh my word. So yeah, they're going to have him looked at by the medical staff. He is hurting after taking that foul. Okay. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But we'll see. Pirates still have a lead at least, so. Yeah, Machado, he fouled off and hit his hand in the process. Thought he could keep playing, but yeah, had to step back, get looked at. He's still in. And we'll see here. The pitch. This one going to be put into play. Foul. He is in pain. Manny Machado is going to be done after this, I would imagine. He is really in a lot of pain on that hand. So he retired quickly, going down to the top of the 7th. Yeah, Machado not really holding that right arm to his body. Okay. Take a look here on X as we have some time. Okay. So yeah, we'll see. Just kind of taking a look here. Oh, man. Yeah, let's try to see if there's anything new over here while we're at commercial break. Okay. Yeah, just kind of taking a look here. I don't see a whole lot right now. But Pirates holding on. So okay. We are back here. Ashcraft getting the taps down the bullpen or down the dugout. Oh, man. Ask you a question about... You broke your collarbone? That's not very good. Not very good, man. And first pitch, that was a... Okay, I thought that was a strike or a ball. That was way high. They called it a strike. No challenge from Horwitz. 1-1 count. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one going to be fouled away. 1-2. Oh, man. Oh, the 1-2, well outside for a ball. Okay. 2-2 pitch now to Horwitz. And he is going to take strike 3. That grazed the zone. That grazed the zone. Oh, boy. So the umpire heading over. Umpires are talking together right now. What are they talking about? Oh, your mom broke her collarbone. Oh, my word. That is not good. Wow. Wow. I see what they're saying. To try and figure out what in the world the call is here. Rhodes was definitely called out on strikes. Pirates did wage a challenge earlier. I forgot to mark that off, by the way. They ruled that a challenge? Bro didn't tap his helmet. Hold on. He raised his arm. He never tapped. Oh, you bumbling baboon. Horwitz, you did. Oh, he went. You bumbling baboon. You know what? This is for you, Horwitz. I just drilled Spencer Horwitz on my screen with that brick. He deserved it. Oh, boy. So the 0-1 count here now to Triolo with 1 out. That's going to be high for a ball. Oh, boy. So looking at Triolo here. Yeah, like Triolo, he went and he talked to the ump. He didn't do the traditional. He did the... Oh, my word. So 1-2 count from Matsui to Triolo. Okay. And Triolo, high fly ball into shallow left center, and the out is made. 2 down. Oh boy. Okay. I'll say Kopitar very happy in his retirement. Good for him. Good for him. I don't know I'm going to be visiting out there, Alex, anytime soon. I don't know I'll be doing that anytime soon, man. But Nick Gonzalez, 0 for 3 on the day. Okay. So here we go. 1-1 count. To Gonzalez. And high for a ball. So the 2-1 count here. Gonzalez trying to find that first hit. And he fouls this one off. Okay, so 2-2. Nick Gonzalez holding his own right now. Marlon Valdez sitting on deck, 1 for 2 with that solo shot homer earlier tonight. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one going to be low. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. Catcher thought he went, but no, he did not. Oh, we'll see. At that count, 3-2 is a full count here, ready to roll. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Matsui to Gonzalez. Way low, he takes his bag. He will take his free base. And Valdez comes up to the plate. He's a very dangerous batter. Last time he was up, he managed to get the 1-run home run. Let's bobble the Sheets Freak for good luck. Gonna bobble the Freak. Gonna bobble the Freak. And here we go. Valdez. First pitch to him. Well low for a ball. What's good, hey Conti, how you doing, man? So the Padres scored on a balk, which I'm a little bit on, but it is what it is. As for the Pirates, they ended up getting a solo shot home run by Marlon Valdez, and then a Rafael Flores double scored Brian Reynolds. That's how he got to 2-1. The Pirates taking that 2-0 lead in the top of the 6th, followed by a bottom of the 6th balk, leading to the 2-1 score going into the top of the 7th. Matsui talking over with his catcher here as he's had a little bit of trouble controlling his pitches as of late. That's how Valdez got a homer last time off a pitcher who was not able to control his pitches. We'll see, Alex. Here comes the 1-0 to Valdez. Waiting on the pitch here. And here comes a delivery. Well low. 2-0 on the count. Matsui just not able to hit the zone. Wow. So here we go. The 2-0. And the pitch. In there for strike 1. Valdez for the 2-1 count here. Matsui finally hits the zone for once. Will he be able to do it again, or will he struggle to hit the zone, getting a 3-1 count to Valdez? Matsui's delivery, well low again for a ball. 3-1. Put the runner on first. This is big. This is big. So here we go. This one going to be at strike 3.
It did barely graze the zone. Valdez doesn't, or strike two, not strike three, but Valdez does not like that call. He's like, bro, what are you talking about? What do you mean, bro? The Pirates can't challenge it. I do think that did barely graze the zone based on the graphics. So the Pirates would have lost that challenge anyway, so they'd be at no challenges nonetheless. But here comes the 3-2 pitch from Matsuida Valdez. And as Maryland swings at a ball, oh my gosh, that was a mile below the zone and he swung. That was a bad chase. But that's going to bring us now to the bottom of the 7th inning. Okay. We'll see here. Let me get a little reload on this and pull up X as we have some time in between innings here. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, 7 years ago today, OJ drafted Andrew Luck in his fantasy football league, who retired 90 minutes later. I still find that funny. I still find that hilarious. Okay. Man. The Milwaukee Brewers win game. I did see that a few days ago. 22-0. That was crazy. Bro, this... Oh, no. If that's the Texans' rivalries jerseys, that's like Kentucky. Kentucky's jerseys. Oh, no. Okay. So we'll see. Oh boy. So Gregory Soto coming in for the Pirates now. Okay. So, ready to roll here. Soto again. Just got blown out on Sunday too. Same pitcher. Oh my gosh. So, first pitch for Soto going to be strike one. And we'll see here. The 0-1 count now. Ready to roll to France. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Okay. So, 0-2. Ready to roll. Okay. So, 1-2 count. This one gonna be fouled away by France. So we'll see here. The 1-2 count. Look good, Matt. Can't afford another heartbreak. Oh, I know. I know. Pirates have had too much of that this year. Our fragile hearts can't. Oh no! France high fly ball. Okay, B. Ray in the left field warning track with the to France. Vive la France! No, France in World War II. Oh, that was a beauty. He had me in the first half, not gonna lie, but the nice out made by Brian Reynolds in the left field warning track. Bobble the freak for luck. That's the one thing I don't like about this bobblehead is they didn't give it much bobble. As Merrill high pop fly into shallow left. And the out made by Jacob Gonzalez. All right, so 2 down now in the bottom of the 7th. The Pirates holding on to a pretty strong lead right now. Okay. So now Soto to Bogarts, Xander Bogarts. 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch going to be a ball in the dirt, 1-0. What's happening this week? 2 players hit leadoff homers, then walk-off homers. Okay, next game, leadoff homer. That is crazy. That is kind of crazy. The frozen blueberry is bad. Oh, man. So, we'll see. 2-0 count now to Xander Bogarts. Okay, now taking a look. 2-1 count, but a challenge by the Padres. So Randy Rosarina versus PCA and the Cubs. Ah! Good eye by the Padres. Challenge is successful. And we'll see. That one was high and outside just barely. Just barely. And he's going to get a 4-pitch walk. This is Xander Bogaerts. Okay. So, looks like we might have a pinch hitter here for the Padres. Would appear. Gonna be Hayes coming in. Yeah, Austin Hayes pinch hitting for Gavin Sheets, and the Pirates going to have an ensuing mound visit to discuss it. Oh, man. Yeah, we'll see here. Soto talking it over with his catcher. And let's see. Hayes trying to read his pitcher here, trying to read Soto a little bit. And here we go. Bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Hayes. Pitch clock under 5. Delivers outside, but they're going to call that a strike. Wow. That was outside by about 1.5 inches. That happened in MLB history. It happened twice in a week. That is crazy. And Soto loses that one way outside. Oh, man. The 1-1 to Hayes. Here comes the pitch. Going for the steal. Safe at second. The runner at second on the called strike there. Oh, man. Oh, we'll see here. Oh, Clint Eastwood officially retired. Nice. Good for him. But the 1-2 count here. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3, retires the side. So going down to the top of the 8th. Oh, man. Yeah, just kind of taking a look on X as we have a little bit of time here in between the innings. Oh, what's good, Rudy Dallas? Come on, Pirates. Yes, sir. Pirates going back to the offensive half of the inning. While they don't necessarily need another run would definitely be, another run or two would definitely be appreciated, to say the least. So we'll see if the Pirates got anything more in store. They're going to need it. But also, I kind of just want this game to end at 2-1 because I do got to go into work tomorrow. And I set my first alarm for 6:30 in the morning. I'll be running on caffeine tomorrow. But it's all good. It's all good. No, it's going to the top of the 8th. The code updates when ESPN's API updates. So right now it just says end 7th, not quite top 8th. Not quite that yet. But yeah. The hope is we'll try to be live, depending on how I feel tomorrow. After that, or after this, and working all day tomorrow, and then streaming on the gaming channel. I'm hoping to try to go live tomorrow night. Definitely going live Wednesday for the 4 p.m. game. More insurance, yes, waking up at 5. Oh, I feel that. I feel that. Because after this game, I still got to go upstairs and get a couple things done and then zonk out. So, I'll be, thankfully, I only work like 10 minutes away, and there's a lot more office space, so if I get up at 7, choose to get up at 7 instead of 6:30, I'll be fine, but I prefer getting in at 7. That way I have, I can make sure I'm out by 4. So, yeah. I like having that little bit of extra time just to make sure I'm good. That way if we take a longer lunch, I'm still out at 4. If we take a short lunch, I just work a little bit of extra time. But Kyle Hart coming in now for the Padres. Okay. So, let's see here. Reynolds with an 0 for 2 on the night. The 0-1 count. Comes the pitch from Hart. He's getting ready to deliver. And this one going to be fouled away. Right over the sweet spot. Reynolds just not able to get there at the right time and right place. Oh, boy. Warming up for the Pirates is Mr. Luke Weaver. Good evening, Luke Weaver. Trying to give him maybe a couple innings of play. Bottom of the 8th, bottom of the 9th, I would presume, because he's going to be your closer, I would guess. Bro, what? This one going to be put into play. Grounder gets error by the second baseman and a runner on first. The second baseman ran to grab the ball and he bonked it off his glove. We'll give you a little cone hoist for that. And we'll give you a little freak bobble. We'll give you a little Sheets freak bobble. A bobble, 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 bobble. That's the one thing I don't like about this bobblehead. They didn't really give it a lot of bobble. That spring is just so tight in there. So it doesn't really bobble a whole lot. It just looks like a bobblehead. But bro, Alex Ovechkin apparently racked up 33 traffic fines worth over $1,000 US during his summer in Russia. That's crazy. But Cruz with an 0-1 count. And we'll see here. Oh. The infield playing significantly to the right. Significantly towards the first base side. And the pitch to Cruz going to be in there for strike 2. Not a great take there. Oh, man. So, here we go. The 0-2 count. And outside for a ball. Dalton the 1-2 now. Reynolds taking a little bit of a lead there. What's the bobblehead? It's the Sheets Freak. The Sheets Freak in a Pirates uniform. The Pirates X Sheets crossover. As Cruz grounds into a single play as the second baseman stumbles. Reynolds, was he actually safe is the question. We'll see. Is Kelly going to challenge it? The second baseman did kind of stumble there. Are we going to see the challenge? That's a challenge. No, it's a force out. Yeah, no, I forgot. It's a force out. That's close, though. It might be worth a look. Let's see here. It comes in the glove. That was close. But no challenge. Pirates going to hold on to it. Which, fair point. Now he's going to bring up Rafael Flores up to the plate. Still having the runner on first. That is huge, even for a bobblehead. Yeah. Sheets has her little character called a Sheets Freak. And that's what the freak is. So, yeah. They did that, and that was a really cool promotion. It was like if you got like a burger combo. It was like a burger with fries and a drink for $15. You got a free bobblehead. I would have paid $15 just for the bobblehead. So I got the combo, gave my dad the burger, I ate the fries, and had the drink, and got a bobblehead. As Flores chases low. Flores responsible for that second Pirates run on an RBI double. So here we go. Hitting on the pitch here. 1-2 count to Flores. Runner on first, 1 out. I want a burger and fries now. Oh, man. Sheets run and done. Remember the pick off at first? Not going to get it. And here we go. 1-2 count. And the pitch. Going to be put into play. Third. Indecisive. Waited. Still got the out at first, though. The runner at second going to be O'Neal Cruz. 2 down as Brandon Lau comes up. Yeah, it was a really good deal. Bro, I would have paid $15 for the bobblehead alone. So. Oh, boy. Ready to roll here. Lau with an 0-1 count. Runner on second, 2 down. And here we go. Looking at Lau. 0-for-3 with 3 strikeouts. And the pitch. Low and in the dirt. Runner going to advance to third. No, Cruz has to hold at second. Never mind. Cruz wanted to go to third, but he had to hold at second. Okay. So 1-1 to Lau. And coming the pitch from Hart. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hey. So we'll see here. Taking a look at Tatis in right field. 1-2 count here. And here we go. 1-2. From Hart to Lau. And this one going to be in there. Strike 3. Oh, we'll see. What? That's crazy. Buc-ee's is suing a tiny Ohio convenience store over its beaver logo. Just because of a beaver logo. Bro, you don't own beavers. Buc-ee's, you don't own beavers. What's next? You're going to sue Beaver County, Pennsylvania? So sue Beaver Falls for being named Beaver. Like, what are you... Bro, you own the trademark on that beaver. You don't own a beaver in general. They're not even the same. Your beaver's a beaver head. This is a full-on beaver. It doesn't even look the same. It doesn't even look the same. It looks like a beaver. But you don't own beavers. You own that beaver. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That is crazy. Especially because it's in a town called Beaver Creek. But Luke Weaver in now for the Pirates as we go into the bottom of the 8th inning here. Pirates trying to hold on. Okay. So we'll see here. Ready to check on in here, trying to end the hope of the Padres tonight. And this one going to be high for a ball. And here we go. The 1-0 going to graze the zone. Strike 1. And the Padres challenge, but that's still in there, so that is going to remain strike 1. Okay. Oh, the 1-1 count, waiting on the pitch. On Weaver here. And here we go. Pitch gonna be fouled away by Renifo. Okay. That one going to be fouled away. 1-2 still. And here we go. The 1-2 count. A pitch inside for a ball. Okay. Two count now. Renifo. One line foul. Okay. So we'll see here. This one fouled away. Again. Oh, man. So we'll see here. Weaver on the 2-2 count here. And this one, swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 out. And Weaver just absolute stud there on the mound for the Pirates. Oh, what's good, Professor Mackey? How you going, man? How you doing? Weaver ready to face off now against Harris, who's 0 for 2 on the day. One outside for ball 1. 1-0 count now. Waiting on Weaver to Harris. Trying to hold on to this 1-run lead for the Pirates. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So the 1-1 count now for the pitcher, or for the batter, Harris. And here we go. Weaver, 10 pitches on the day already with only 1 out. It's a bit concerning for him to maybe try and go 2 innings. But we'll see. That one going to be strike 2. We'll see the 1-2 count now to Harris. Trying to hold on to this count here. Weaver looking to punch him out. This one going to be put high, left field, deep. It drops fair. Ground rule double as it goes over the fence. Honestly, that was a good thing, because that was probably going to be triple if it went to the corner. Well, I'm fine with a ground rule double. You're a former Cardinal? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Just fair. But thankfully, it did go foul, because I think that was going to go for triple. Thankfully, that bounced. All right. So, Tatis up to the plate, over 3 on the day. 1 out, runner on second. And Tatis fouls off. All right. Tatis against Weaver, 438 on his career. But here we go. 0-1, Weaver letting that pitch clock wind down. 2 seconds. Here's the pitch, way outside for a ball. All right. So, Weaver letting that pitch clock go down again. He's taking his time tonight. Pitches at 1 and low for a ball again. Weaver, what are we doing, man? Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. So the 2-1, this one gonna be hit deep right field, and the out, presumably there it is, gonna be made. And trying to throw over to third, could not get him. 2 outs, runner on third. Okay. And nice throw over to third, not quite able to make the play. Box glitched. Oh, the bases. Yeah, let me go ahead and reset the bases. There we go. Thanks for the catch. Cal Raleigh hit 3 homers. Mariners ran out of fireworks. Oh my gosh. So here we go. Weaver trying to hold on to this lead here for the Pirates. Runner on third, Cronenworth up to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day. Can he hold on is the question. Cronenworth, again, on the day, 1 for 3. Taking a look at his stat line real quick. He had a strikeout in the first, ground out in the fourth, and got a single in the sixth. Oh, okay. But if you aren't enjoying the stream, drop us a like, drop us a sub. We try to go live as often as we can for baseball, football, and hockey content throughout the year. Occasionally basketball and occasionally college, you know. But the 1-0 well inside for a ball. Oh boy, taking a look at our poll real quick in the chat over there. We are leaning towards the Pirates. 30, oh my gosh, 30 votes on that poll tonight. Much love to Allians, man. That is the most votes we have had on a single poll for a baseball game. 30 votes, breaking 57% for the Buckaroonies, 43% for the Padres. And the 2-1 count now to Weaver. He is really high on that pitch count. I don't think he's coming in the ninth. I was hoping that maybe he'd come out for the ninth, but not at 19 pitches, going into 20. It's going to be at least 20, if not 21 or 22, or more. The 2-1 swing and a miss. Strike 2. Okay. We'll see. 18 watching. Yes, sir. Much love, man. Much love. Can we make some progress to, towards that minor goal over there of 1140? Pretty sweet if we could, man. That'd be pretty awesome. Much love again to Allians taking time out of your day to pop on in here, though. The Cronenworth with a 2-2 count. And here we go, waiting on Weaver. 7 seconds on that pitch clock. He's been taking it down all night tonight. He's got to get that pitch out, and here we go with 3. This one going to be fouled away. Okay. So we'll see here, Weaver trying to reset himself. And here we go. 2-2 count. Towards Cronenworth. The pitch. Weaver delivers. This one fouled away again. Weaver, man, he's holding on to his own. He is holding on to his own. Much credit to him for that, too. A 2-2 count. And Cronenworth 1 for 3 on the night with that one single he had earlier. Single out towards center field. Comes the 2-2. One fouled off again. Keeping the fouls going. On the foul train. And 8th pitch of the at-bat coming on up here for Mr. Luke Weaver. And here we go. Waiting on the pitch here. Weaver's 24th of the day. And here comes the pitch. This one put into play. It drops for a base hit. Run gonna score. Weaver gives up that run. Gonna hold though Cronenworth at first. And Machado coming out to the plate. Manny Machado. By the way, if we do go to extras, I will have to cut it after 9 just because I might even have to cut it before the 9th. I don't want to, but I might have to. I don't know if the Pirates have anyone up in the bullpen. I honestly don't. Like, they legitimately might not. But Machado out to the plate. And here we go. Waiting on Weaver. Got his pitch dialed in. Pitch clock down to 3. 2. Delivers. Outside, but they're going to call that a strike. And the Pirates are warming up Mason Montgomery in the bullpen here. I guess they're getting ready for extra innings with Mason Montgomery in the pen. Because he's kind of one of your longer running relievers. As that one goes way outside. Weaver just doesn't have it today, man. 26 pitches, 2 down, 1 run given up, with the runner still on first. Yowzes. So we'll see here. The 1-1. And delivers low, grazes the zone. And the Pirates can't challenge it. That hit the zone. They called it a ball. Rafael Flores trying to challenge, but he has none remaining. Oh, man. So here we go. The 2-1 count. From Weaver to Machado. That one low. He's not going to call that one. Oh, my word. This might be over in the top of the 9th. The way this is going, Weaver can't hit the zone anymore right now. He's just not hitting the zone. Here comes the 3-1 count. Weaver low for a ball again. Walks Manny Machado. I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of cooked. That's kind of cooked. Oh my gosh, Cardinals were up 4-0 in the 9th. Had the Phillies down to final strike 3 times. Wow. That's kind of crazy. Weaver talking it over with Flores. Still not yet making the change. Hope is starting to run thin here for Pirates Nation. But here we go. Ready to face France. So far tonight, France had a single to left field in the 2nd, followed by a ground out in the 4th, a 5-3 ground out, and a fly out to the 7th position, to left field, in the 7th inning. Oh, I gotta press the OK. There we go. So here we go. France, first pitch of the at-bat. Base it, and low and outside for a ball. We got Yohan Ramirez and Mason Montgomery warming up in the pen for the Pirates here. But first and second with 2 down. That's a bit scary for the Pirates here. And here we go. The pitch. Check to swing. Did he go? He did. Home plate umpire going to say he did. The result in a 1-1 count. And here we go. And check to swing. They're not going to say he went. They're going to say it's a ball. Oh, man. Do 1 count. The pitch from Weaver. And outside for a ball. Oh, no. 3-1's the count. This is genuinely concerning. Here comes the 3-1 count. Weaver ready to send out the pitch. At her timeout. This is concerning. This is genuinely concerning. So, Weaver, 3-1 pitch. Pitch number 34 of the inning. It's a ball! Oh, my word. This is going to be where Weaver comes out, isn't it? Bases loaded. 34 pitches. Can't hit the strike zone to save his life. Yep, here comes Don Kelly. We go ahead and pull him out of here. That is rather unfortunate. Padres will win at the bottom of the 8th. Looks like Montgomery is coming on in here for the Pirates. Okay. Let me see here. I'm going to just take a look on TickPick, just out of curiosity. Steelers. I'm trying to see if I might be able to get to a Steeler game this year. That's actually a relatively cheap game for the Steelers. I can actually afford that. I can afford to go to a Steeler game this year. That's crazy. And not be seated in the upper nosebleed. Like, I can actually afford it. Bro, we might need to go to a game this year. The other MLB game is final. Of course, we drew the long game whenever I have work tomorrow. But caffeine is indispensable. I got enough of it. Well, I'm eyeing up maybe Steelers Colts. There's like a decent number of lower bowl tickets that are like actually reasonably priced. For a Steeler game, I should say. For a Steeler game. So there's a non-zero chance I go to a game this year. But Mason Montgomery popping on in the game here. Even the home opener isn't terribly priced. Granted, lower bowl is a bit pricier, but it's not terrible. Like, that's doable. Yeah, in December, yeah, of course, because Actually, no, December 6th is the cheapest. That might be the game to go to. December 6th. That is that's Sunday Night Football. That might be the game. Actually. That might be the game. But we got no 2 count here on Merrill. And he swings and misses. Strike 3. The Pirates get out of it. Going now to the top of the 9th. Tie game 2-2. That balk is coming into massive effect right now. That balk that's a bit touch and go on earlier on Ashcraft. That is coming back to haunt the Pirates. That is coming back to haunt the Pirates. Wow. So we'll see. The Steelers-Texans is actually a reasonably priced game. Bro. That is, like, actually crazy. I think that might be the game to go to. I think that's the game to go to. Bro, that is so the game to go to. I gotta jump on this. I gotta jump on this like a hound on fresh meat, bro. I think we go into a Steeler game this year. I have not been to a Steeler game it's been coming up on 4 years now. Yeah, because it was 21 to 22 was my first year. It was a 22-23 season. Steelers Browns, week 17 or 18, whatever it was at the time. I don't remember. I think it was week 17. It was the last week of the season. Doesn't matter. Steelers Browns. The Steelers pummeled up on the Browns. We were rooting for Flacco as well because the Jets needed to win over the Dolphins for the Steelers to have a shot at making the playoffs. So we're in Heinz Field hearing, "Let's go, Flacco." That would have gotten you crucified in the 2000s. But yeah, like Steelers Texans is actually reasonably priced, bro. But we'll see here. Mason Miller, ready to roll. For the Padres. Top of the 9th. The Pirates needing something to go. If this game does go into extras, we will have to call it after the 9th inning, unfortunately. Or at least after the top of the 9th inning. Just because I do have to get to work in the morning and I got to get to sleep soon. But yeah. Steelers Panthers is also a very reasonable game as well. That's because the date and time is still TBD. For the 0-1 to Gonzalez. We are putting a hard stop in the middle of the 9th, though. Strike 2 to Gonzalez. I don't want to, but I kind of have to. Otherwise, I'm just not going to wake up tomorrow for work. And tomorrow I got to head into the office, so 0-2 to Gonzalez. We do try to go live as often as we can for anything Pittsburgh sports. Steelers, Pirates, Penguins are the big three. Occasionally some college sports. Bro, I gotta get up in like less than 6 hours. So check this swing. I don't think he went. Yeah, he did not go on that one. Let's see here. What's Steelers-Ravens like? I've never been to a Steelers-Ravens game. That is also reasonably priced. But a 2-2 count remains to Gonzalez. And we'll see here. Hoping the Pirates can get a little bit of action in before the middle of the night. The pitch, swing, and a foul. Okay. So holding up on here. Jacob Gonzalez, not Nick. Jacob. Ready to roll here. Miller on his pitch here. This one going to be swinging a miss, strike 3. That was bad. That was bad. Okay. So Mason Miller, again, strikeout percent. He's highest, above Mason Montgomery at like 48%. Strike one to Horwitz. And here we go. Oh, a little bit of a back there after the pitch. So it's going to be 1-0. And that 1-0 going to be in there for strike one. 1-1 on the count. Oh, 1-1 pitch. Waiting on here. And way high for a 2-1 count. Isaiah Polamau? And that one, losing it way high. Okay. So, we'll see here. 3-1 count. One going to be in there for strike two. That was a dirty pitch. So the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. Out number two. Ah, free safety. Oh, man. And that one going to be low to Jared Triolo for a ball. Oh, man. Pirates down to one last out before having to try to force extras. Not quite where we want to see the Pirates, but a 1-1 count on Jared Triolo. Plus, if you do go to extras, they start at the top of the order. But still. One count here. Goes to a 2-1. All right. 2-1 to Triolo, who is 2 for 3 on the night. And that one going to be low for a 3-1 count. So let's see. One going to be in there for strike two. Okay. 3-2. Low for a ball. Watch Jared Triolo. Oh, let's see here. Pirates trying to hold on here. Nick Gonzalez now up to the plate. Runner on first. With a shot. Rare case where a ghost runner on second rule is actually good where you need to get to bed. It is, but we're gonna, unfortunately, I don't want to have to, but we kind of have to put in a hard stop at the middle of the ninth. Just because I don't want to get less than like 5 hours of sleep if I don't have to. I can function at 5 with enough caffeine. Anything less than that's kind of pushing it. But yeah, we're definitely gonna be live though Wednesday. For Wednesday's game, for sure, we'll be live because I'm working remotely that day. But as soon as I'm done working, I'm gonna be down in the studio going live. That game was like 4:10 Eastern or something like that. I think, yeah, 4:10. So we'll be live for that one for sure. Don't get me wrong. We'll be live whole game on that. This one we just kind of gotta wrap up a little bit early. But if you guys are enjoying the content, man, drop us a like, drop us a sub. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes on this stream. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes and start making a little bit more progress towards that minor goal up there of 1140. It's always free. You can always change your mind later. And it's always appreciated, bro. It is always appreciated. But here we go. The 1-2 count to Gonzalez, 0 for 3 on the night. Miller already had 22 pitches on the day. And here we go. Waiting on that pitch. And delivers, fouled away. Hey, Alex. Oh, man. Oh, we'll see here. 1-2 count. And puts it into play. Runner going to advance to second. Gonzalez to first. And actually, runner advances to third. Triolo on third. Gonzalez at first. The Pirates have life. And Billy Cook is coming in for Esmeralda Valdez. Not sure that I like that move per se, but I guess Valdez was already pinch run before. It was Billy Cook. Okay, Billy Cook pinch hit for Valdez earlier, and now it's Mangum. Let's get AN Pirates win in the shala. Oh my god. Let's get it, bro. So we'll see here. Mangum, ready to go. The entire infield is coming together for a little meeting here. Jake the Snake Mangum with a chance to put the Pirates up big. Going into the bottom of the ninth. Oh man, this team finally looks like they have some life, bro. We got over 30 people in here. Much love to Allians. I love those reactions in the chat. If you guys are truly enjoying the stream, man, let's see if we can get 10 likes and try to get closer to 1,140 subscribers, man. Much love to every single one of you guys out here. We always try to go live as often as we can for whether it be baseball, football, hockey, whatever it be. I just love going live covering sports, man. It's awesome. Awesome. Well, Billy was cooked because Billy struck out. But here comes Jake Mangum. No, it was Valdez that struck out. They did a pinch. They made a defensive substitution to move him out. Valdez took that strikeout in the 7th. That is weird. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see, Joda. The Mangum, the 1-0, fouls this one off. 1-1 on the count here. Mangum holding steady. A big pinch hitting situation here. I get why they moved on from Billy Cook, because Billy Cook's a 180 average. Mangum's actually a decent batter. He's a pretty solid batter. Doesn't always get on base, but he is pretty solid when he does get on base. And the 1-1, ooh, swinging at that one at the fingers, fouls it off. 1-2 count to Jake Mangum. Oh boy. The Mangum holding steady here. A 1-2 pitch. Miller gonna deliver it here. His 28th pitch of the night. Of the inning and of the night. And this one low and away for a ball. And on that, Nick Gonzalez gonna snag second base.
Runners on second and third. Let's go, baby. Let's give the freak some love. Let's give the freak a little bit of love here. 2-2 count here on Mangum. And he is going to foul off the would-be strike 3. Great shot there. Mangum trying to stay alive. Let's wobble the freak. Let's freak the freak out, everybody. For Mangum, runners on second and third, 2 outs. Miller going to hit 30 pitches on the inning. Here comes the pitch. Miller on the delivery here any second now. And he delivers. Puts this one into play. Oh, great effort by the second baseman to get the out. Wow, the second baseman almost missed that, but he did get the out. Oh, man. That being said, I do got to wrap it up for tonight. I don't want to wrap it up early, but I kind of have to because I do got to get to bed. And quite frankly, either the Pirates are going to lose in the ninth, which I'd rather not see, or they're going to go to extra innings, which means I'd have to end anyway. If you guys did enjoy, please drop us a like, drop us a sub. Tomorrow, I don't think we'll be live. We almost assuredly, though, will be live on Wednesday at 4:10 p.m. Eastern. Game 3 between the Pirates and the Padres. So make sure you guys do subscribe and ring the bell for that. And with that, I will catch you guys tomorrow over on the gaming channel, and Wednesday back on this channel. Peace out and have a good one. Good night, John. Good night, Jonah. Good night, Alex. Good night, everybody. And much love to Allians. 41 votes on the poll, by the way. Massive record for you guys.